Good evening, I'm Randall Rowell.
And I'm Jackson Haney, and welcome to Sports Night.
We will get things started tonight with T.R. Miller. Congratulations to both the boys and girls tennis team as they will advance to the state tournament in Mobile next week. Here with more is Harrington Hobbs.
Hello tennis fans, it's an exciting time in the world of tennis and we've got some thrilling updates to share. I'm Harrington Hobbs and let's dive right into it. First off, a huge congratulations to our tennis teams. The girls secured an impressive second place at sectionals while the guys dominated with a first place finish. This marks the second year in a row that both our guys and our girls teams are advancing to the state championship, with the guys aiming for an incredible fourth consecutive appearance. What an achievement. Get ready to witness some top-notch tennis action, folks, because this state championship is just around the corner. The Mobile Tennis Center will be buzzing with excitement as the first matches kick off at 9 a.m. next Monday and Tuesday. Let's show our support to our teams as we battle it out for glory on the courts. But let's take a deeper look at what we can expect from the guys and girls this upcoming week, starring myself. So, what can you expect to see the teams do at state this year? Yeah, one thing I can see the team doing this year at state, with the girls to start off, I think it'll be a battle for them as they barely just got into sectionals this past week. And you know, I don't know what their bracket will look like or who their toughest opponent is. I remember Bayside being a tough team, but I believe they're 3A now. And so for the girls, I think it's going to be a struggle with them, no matter who they play. They're very consistent this year, but when you get to state, there's a bunch of power and consistency that you see. And then the same thing for the guys. I think we're definitely going to have a struggle. I mean, I won't say that we're just going out there just to have fun, but that is one reason that we're out there, even playing the sport at all, is just to have fun. But it's also going to be a struggle with the amount of teams, public and private, because there are some very good teams out this year, even that we faced last year. With myself being a senior, how are you personally going to prepare physically and mentally for state? One way that I will prepare physically for this is really just rest. I'm not just working out. I'm just taking a break, just for this week and then until up to state, just to give my body a rest and get ready for Monday. And then mentally, which I think is most important, to be honest, just clearing my head. And I'm reading this book called The Inner Game of Tennis, which it just helps to clear your mind and not worry so much about it. And just this is my last year, and so or at least playing high school tennis. And so, I just make the best out of it, and just, one thing I can remember is that this isn't over yet for me, as I'll go to college to play, and, there's nothing too much on the line, since I can continue to play for a school in the next 4 years. What are the big teams you remember from last year that you expect to face trouble with this year? From last year, I remember Lamp was definitely the biggest threat, and I believe they actually won the state championship. All those guys are great. I know their number one guy graduated, but they still have a very strong team. And then Houston Academy, they're also up there with Lamp. That's like their big rival that we'll face. And then I remember last year in doubles that we got beat by, shockingly, a public school, which you don't hear every day of public schools being good, but Boaz has a really good tennis team, and so I look forward to possibly playing Boaz. But I know those three teams were big compete. That was a big competition last year that we had to face, and I think we can get through it as long as we stay mentally tough is what I think is most important. In the professional tennis scene, American talent is making waves across the globe. Coco Gauff dazzles as she storms into the quarterfinals at the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart, Germany, showcasing her incredible skills on the court. Meanwhile, Sloane Stephens shines in Rouen, France, making her presence known with a strong performance in the quarterfinals. And let's not forget about our guy Taylor Fritz, who's making headlines at the BMW Open in Munich, Germany. He's on fire as he battles his way into the quarterfinals, proving he is a force to be reckoned with. Over in Romania, Sebastian Corda is making waves at the Tiriac Open, giving in his all at the round of 16 as he aims to make something happen on the court. And there you have it, another exciting tennis update, and stay tuned for more action-packed matches and updates as I'll let you know next Thursday on how the guys and girls did at state. Until next time, I'm Harrington Hobbs, and just keep on swinging.
The T.R. Miller baseball team will play in the first round of the AHSAA playoffs tomorrow at Bibb County. A doubleheader will be played starting tomorrow at 4:30, and an if-needed game will be played Saturday at 1.
We caught up with some members of the T.R. Miller class of 2024 for their senior profiles.
My favorite thing about this year in high school was definitely playing volleyball with all of my favorite people. I was actually involved in a lot of clubs. This senior year, I was involved in National Honor Society, Pep Club, Diamond Dolls, and that's just to name a few. My favorite teacher would definitely have to be Coach Lambert or Miss Clements because they're both just so easygoing and they know how to have a good time. The person that has made the biggest impact on my life would definitely have to be my dad. He was diagnosed with superficial cirrhosis, and he just inspires me to take every day one step at a time. There's two things I wish I would have known on my first day. I wish I would have known how cold the school is, and I also wish I would have known that everything's really not that deep and you just don't need to take everything to heart. My plans after high school, I'm going to go to Reed State and get my LPN, which is a licensed practical nursing degree, and then I plan on attending Coastal to get my RN. Hopefully in 15 years, I will be married with 3 kids in a big, nice house with a pool in the backyard. 3 words I would use to describe my senior year would be overwhelming because it's just been full of ups and downs. Like, we made it to state for volleyball, and that was very overwhelming. And then on top of that, I'm trying to stay top 10 in all of my grade, and then I'm also trying to keep all A's. The next word I would use to describe my senior year would definitely be bittersweet because playing volleyball for the last time with those people it was a memory I'll never forget. I was bawling. It was really bad. And the last word I would use would be exhausting because I'm so sick of filling out scholarships and it's just been exhausting. My favorite memories from high school would definitely have to be playing volleyball with all of my best friends and just celebrating whenever we would score a point against a really good team. And secondly, would definitely have to be celebrating when we got touchdowns in the student section. It was so much fun. The best advice I could give a younger student would definitely be just to continue to work hard and push yourself beyond your limits. Take that AP class and just do it.
What is your favorite thing about high school?
My favorite thing about high school is the pep rallies. It helps me get locked in for the games.
What clubs/activities were you involved in while in high school?
I was involved in football, basketball, and track. In football, I started at cornerback. In basketball, I was a shooting guard/power forward. In track, I run 100, 200, and I do triple jump.
Who is your favorite teacher and why?
My favorite teacher is Miss Cook because she is teaching me about my body and its functions.
Who has made the biggest impact on your life?
My brother made the biggest impact on my life because he was a good role model.
What is something you wish you had known on your first day of high school?
Something I wish I knew on the first day of high school is that it was going to go by so fast.
What are your plans for after you graduate?
I'm planning after I graduate is to join the U.S. Army and see where it takes me from there.
Where do you see yourself in 15 years from now?
In 15 years, I see myself married with 2 kids, having a lot of money, and living my best life.
Describe your senior year in 3 words.
Fun because of the memories I made this year. Quick because this year went by really fast. And chill because I didn't really stress as much as they think seniors are supposed to.
What is your favorite memory from high school?
My favorite memory from high school is winning our 700 win in program history and being the first in Alabama to do so.
What is some advice you would give a younger student coming into high school?
Advice for an incoming student, I would say stay on top of your grades, don't hang out with the wrong crowd, and just enjoy high school.
The Flomaton baseball team won their area and will host St. James tomorrow, with the first game of the doubleheader being played at 5, and if needed, another game will be played Saturday at 1. For both the T.R. Miller and Flomaton games, fans may purchase tickets on GoFan or at the gate. Prices for the doubleheader Friday are $12, and if necessary, Saturday's game will be $10.
Flomaton track season is winding down as sectionals are next week. We talked with Coach Nettles and Tyshawn Baldwin about how some things are going.
Our next track meet is tomorrow at Miller. A couple teams that are going to be there are T.R. Miller, Neal, Tate, Northview, Prattville, J.U. Blackshear, Marengo, just a couple of them. And tomorrow I'm going to be running the 200, the 400, and the 4x1. I was really a bit to do it. So then after I started, I became to love the sport. So that you need to start training now so you can be ready for next track season. The 200, the 400, and the 4x1. The 4x1 we came in third overall, and we came in first in our heat. And then the 400, I didn't do so good. I didn't run the 200 last week. Just speed drills. We just go over our events and stuff. And next week we have sectionals, which like qualifies us for state. So I'm pretty sure a bunch of us are gonna qualify for state, especially our 4x1 team, and I'm gonna qualify for the 400.
I think it's one of the better placements we done had over the course of our track season. We actually did better in our girls events than we have been, so we've improved throughout the season, so it's a good thing that we got third place overall. We just got to push ourselves a little bit more, compete a little bit better. Our kids are still growing and still learning how to do that, and I think that they're doing a great job of that being so young. It was a lot of fun. Those guys really understood what we were trying to do, and they handled it well. So missing those guys next year is going to be a tall task to fill, but I think we'll be fine with the younger kids that we got coming in. We'll be just fine. I would say that track was the most difficult, just time management. Just getting used to the transitions from basketball and football. It's a lot different with track. It's a little bit more time consuming being at the track meet for like 7-8 hours. That's different than football and basketball. You don't sit at one event for a long period of time like that. My favorite coaching memory, I think, would be the first football game because it was just such a different feel playing Northview. How excited everybody was to just really be in school and really enjoy a rivalry game, and we got a big W, and that kicked off the season pretty well. So it's a great start to my high school coaching career.
Are you excited to play for your senior year?
Yeah, I'm excited, but being that's my last year for senior year, it kind of makes me upset a little bit. But I'm definitely going to make it my best year, being that it's my last year.
How do you think the season will go?
I think the season will go really great, being that last year we kind of struggled a little bit, didn't get much wins, but hopefully this season will improve way better and learn from our mistakes from last year.
How are you preparing for next season?
I say practice. I live by a statement, practice makes perfect. So if I practice and keep going and do better than I did last year, then I feel like we'll do fine and the whole team's more on the same page.
What's something you want to improve before next season?
Definitely ball handling and learning to drive into the goal, but everybody can improve on something, you know what I mean? But hopefully this season we'll get some more wins, and hopefully being it's last season for some of our seniors, we'll do better than we did last year.
With softball season winding down, the Lady Canes will host the area tournament in a little over a week. Here's Ciasia Perry and Zoe White with more information.
My favorite part about the softball team will have to be how put together everyone is. Like, no matter what the situation is or anything on and off the field, everyone's just super great. and we just keep a positive attitude towards each other. And I would say my favorite thing about doing softball and stuff like that would have to be the field things, hitting the ball and stuff. The way I think I can further improve my skills is by owning up to my mistakes, because I feel like with the more mistakes I make, the more I try, like the more I get down on myself. And I have to remember and keep an open mind that even the people at the highest levels make mistakes. My opinions on my coaches they're all like really great. Like our head coach, she's really nice. Like she's very open, and she's like, no matter what the mistake is or however bad we do, she always tries to keep us up and keep us positive and things like that. I play right field, and I enjoy playing right field because it really does give you like the best view of the batter, and it's kind of easier to run backwards in the outfield than it is to run forward, where you have to do in the infield. And it's pretty much just my own zone. I'm not really next to nobody, and I like to talk a lot, so I'm not there to talk to nobody, so I can really concentrate.
I played softball when I was a little kid. Grew up playing softball. Played it my whole life. Second base. I enjoy this position because I have to play it, and I don't get to play anywhere else. Favorite memory is going to regionals and being in the hotel room and all the funny little shenanigans that we pull. It starts the day before. Got to get your mind right. Physically, got to take your warm up serious. And not being a flight, you have to not be afraid to fail, like knowing that failure is in the game. To be a better teammate, because I'm rude, and team goal to just play together. Probably just the friendships and the memories and all the laughs that we have. I am thankful for having the opportunity and just go up there and just think that I can. Because if I say I can't, then I won't. Be afraid to strike out or make an error, because failure happens in the game. No matter what happens, you're going to fail.
We caught up with some members of the Flomaton High School class of 2024 for their senior profiles.
My favorite thing about high school is the sporting events. I was only a part of the peer helper program from 2020 to last year. I played basketball, all of my high school, football, 9th and 10th, and 11th grade, and I ran track my whole high school career. Miss Newman, she was like mom at school, and she let me do whatever I want. My mother, because if I can't get it myself, she got me. GPA matters. Don't slack. I plan on attending Laureline B. Wallace in Andalusia to play basketball and get my degree in physical therapy assistant. I see myself running a barbershop. My first memory was 10th grade playing against Excel at home in a basketball game in the game-winning layup, the and 1-2. And then my second one is last year for track, placing second at state for the 110 hurdles. Do your work, because when it's time for scholarships and college to roll in, if your GPA not what it's supposed to be, there's no way you're gonna get a scholarship. And it's free money in your pocket.
I would say my mom, she's worked really hard for us for a really long time, and she's definitely shaped how I act and how I view things. Not to take creative writing, and to ultimately trust myself with my actions. I plan to attend the University of Montevallo and pursue a degree in accounting. I see myself in a good accounting position, which I have been at for multiple years, and living a secure life. Fun, short, and average. My favorite memory was getting together with my partner at a pep rally. Trust yourself, be the best person that you can be, always strive to improve yourself, and don't be afraid to socialize with your teachers and your peers. My favorite thing about high school is the things that I have learned and the people that I have socialized with, and the experiences that I got to do. I am in Leo Club and Beta Club, and I have volunteered at various events. I would say Ms. Hammond because she fostered my love for Microsoft Word and other Microsoft programs, and she's also a very funny and likable teacher who is chill with about everything.
Pretty much everything, you know what I'm saying? Being a senior.
What club?
None. I just feel like I'm not athletic. I'm just a normal person.
Who's your favorite teacher and why?
Miss Dillard. She's sweet. She's a nice teacher. I love her.
The impact on your life?
God. I couldn't want to know what I got.
What is something you wish you had known on your first day of high school?
That school was gonna be so complicated and hard. I didn't know.
What are your plans after graduation?
Doing music and probably working a job, but mostly music.
Where in years?
Somewhere fall, probably in a place where I'm just, happy with a family.
Describe your years.
Somewhere fall, probably in a place where I'm just, happy with a family.
Describe your senior year in 3 words.
Amazing year, always. I don't know. Walking the hallways with 3 of my cousins. That's my favorite.
Younger student.
Stay motivated. That's it. Stay motivated.
What was your favorite thing about high school?
Probably the memories, friends, and probably all the sports that's been going on in my life has really made a big difference.
Who's your favorite teacher and why?
I'd say probably Coach K. Why? Because he's the most laid back and he really helps you with a good bit of stuff no matter how late you are or anything like that.
What advice would you give a younger student?
To make the most out of everything because it sure does fly by, and to make sure you pay attention in class.
What are your plans after you graduate high school?
Probably go work offshore on an oil rig.
Who has made the biggest impact on your life?
Probably my parents and my coaches. They've been with me every step of the way since I've got to this moment. They've paid for a good bit. They've supported me and they've given me some good life advice.
Play small forward, 9 or 10, I think. Energy before every game, just getting turned in the locker room, ready to play. It was a good experience. I made a lot of new friends and made a lot of good memories. To keep God first and just, if you want to play next year, just practice now, get ready. It's never a bad time to practice. My favorite experience was probably making an and one versus Northview in the last regular season game. I've always loved basketball and just very passionate about it.
We'll now present some interviews from the W.S. Neal class of 2024. Here's Alexis Stewart, Almir Miller, and Eli Stidham.
The thing about high school was probably the fact that I'm a social person and I got to meet a lot of new people. Okay, so throughout my high school years, I was involved in track, volleyball, peer helpers, FFA, student council, National Honor Society, FFA, and Blueberry Trailmates. My favorite teacher is Ms. Hardiman. She never fails to make it enjoyable, and she always, as seniors, she always looks forward to making us succeed, which makes us want to succeed. After graduation, I plan to go to University of West Florida and major in nursing. In 15 years, I just hope to be rich, making like 6 figures. My senior year in 3 words would probably be fun, easygoing, and bittersweet. The person with the biggest impact on my life has to be my mom. She never fails to make sure I'm okay and my siblings are okay. And as a single mother, I look up to her a lot because she's doing it all on her own. She's showing me that anything's possible. My favorite thing from high school was probably the fact that after ACT testing throughout the whole year, all the seniors got to have a water slide type thing, play games together, and we've never all been together at one moment. So it's probably one of my favorite things that we've done together. A piece of advice I would give a younger student is probably focus on college. Like, even though you're getting through high school, that's on the way to college. So do scholarships early. Make sure your grades are perfect. Go to class. Like, as much as it seems like you want to fit in, all this is going towards a greater goal. So work towards it.
My favorite memory from high school, I'd say, is we playing Hillcrest my junior or sophomore year. At the beginning, the first quarter, we was in coverage, and a quarterback and threw it. I thought it was going to be short, that I wouldn't be able to get to it. But I got there in time, caught it, and my teammates, you know, we had a little fun. They would push my back, but I seen the lineman coming. I was like, oh no, can't do that, hit the ground. But yeah, I would say that's my favorite memory from high school. I said my favorite teacher so far would be Miss Anthony. I say that because I had her like elementary school, I want to say 3rd grade. I was my math teacher. I was bad enough, but she ain't punished me too bad for it. And then she came back to Neil. Well, I was in high school now, but we do work enough, but it's not too much work. You can have fun, just chill. She nice person overall. But yeah, I say that's why she's my favorite teacher. How I would describe my senior year in 3 words, I would say it's fun, engaging, and the last one, I say unique. Because I say it's fun because I had like a lot of fun experiences that sound cliche, but you know, just you gotta learn to live with life and just accept the things that come with it. Engaging, I say, because you gotta stay engaged with like the stuff you do. Cause I played 3 sports at one point. You gotta stick with that, stick to the grind that involves with those sports. And then unique, I would say, is because not everybody's high school experience is the same. Each person goes through their own things and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd say that's my senior year in 3 words.
Leaving for co-op.
After graduation, I plan to attend Auburn University at Montgomery and get my degree in nursing.
I was in FFA.
Who's your favorite?
In 15 years, I plan to be financially stable, hopefully married, and well in my career.
Coleman, because I'm always in there.
Favorite teacher and why? My favorite teacher is Miss Hardiman because she always motivates us to get our work turned in on time, do our scholarships, and she's just really good about making class interesting.
Probably Coleman. How fast it would go by.
What are your
get my CDL license. Working for my dad's company. Fun, happy, and sad. Being an ag. Enjoy it while you can.
Due to 9 of our students competing at the Alabama Skills USA competition next week, we will see you in 2 weeks for more Sports Night. That's our show for this week. I'm Randall Rowell.
And I'm Jackson Haney. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.